Good evening, and welcome to Arts at 360's Alaska Originals. Tonight we bring you two concerts. The first is Sarah Hanson from Nome, and in the second half, Tengs from Juneau. You'll hear their music, stories, interviews, and more right here on Alaska Originals. Here's Sarah Hanson.
Yo mama bear, yo papa bear, yo baby bear. Yo mama bear, yo papa bear, yo baby bear. Please don't mind me, I have no tree to climb, and if I did, I could not climb it in time. Yo mama bear, yo papa bear, yo baby bear. Yo mama bear, yo papa bear, yo baby bear. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green, but my baby's eyes are brown. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green. I walked here from the town. Yo mama bear, yo papa bear, yo baby bear. Yo mama bear, yo papa bear, yo baby bear. Can I sit down at your tundra table? Dear bear, dear bear. Can I sit down at your tundra table? Dear bear, is there blueberry wine at your tundra table? Dear bear, some of yours for some of mine at your tundra table, bear. Yo mama bear, yo papa bear, yo baby bear. Yo mama bear, yo papa bear, yo baby bear. I lose my thought and lose my time at your tundra table, dear bear. Lose out my way and lose my rhyme at your tundra table, bear. Lose my words and lose my time at your tundra table, dear bear. I lose my way and lose my kind at your tundra table, bear. And when I'm out there picking those berries, I like to think about what I'm gonna make with my berries. And I really like to make a blueberry apple pie. Sometimes we call it a babble pie. And I love to make blueberry muffins. You know, Betty Crocker. Always, it's like the best recipe ever. And if I really have a lot of berries, I'll put them in my oatmeal, which is awesome. Can't go wrong with that. So what I want to know is what you guys make with your blueberries. What do you make? Pancakes? Oh yeah. Smoothies. Anything else? Sorbet. In Nome, they make this stuff called blueberry supreme with like nuts and cream. It's amazing. And the other thing that I think about while I'm out there in the tundra is that I'm in the living room of the bears and I'm eating their food. I'm taking their food. Kind of freaks me out. I've seen their footprints. They're bigger than mine and wide. So I end up saying, yo, mama bear, yo, papa bear, yo, baby bear, very loud. Yo, mama bear, yo, papa bear, yo, baby bear. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green, but my baby's eyes are brown. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green. I walked here from the town. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green. You've shared your hill with me. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green, but my baby's eyes are brown. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green. You've shared your trail with me. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green, but my baby's eyes are brown. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green. You've shared your fruit with me. My fingers are blue and my eyes are green, but my baby's eyes are brown. I walked here from the town. My baby's eyes are brown. Well, we have brown bears in Nome, and so they'd been breaking into everyone's cabins and things like that. So I knew I needed to be noisy, and I just remembered what my friend Doug said, you know, yo bear, to yell yo bear. And so I started to sing, yo, mama bear, yo, papa bear, yo, baby bear, at the top of my lungs, and my heart's racing. And I have a very vivid imagination, so everywhere I went, you know, in the willows, which are, you know, not much taller than me, I was just really trying to make sure that they would know I was coming. So I was singing that song, and just, you know, sitting down at that tundra table, that's their living room, that's their food, you know, I'm eating their food, I'm picking their food, I'm taking it away from me, and just, I was also singing to them in a way of respect, like, may I please, will you share this with me? And yeah, it was a spiritual journey for me to be in their living room, sharing with them, and so that's my berry picking song. Right now he's rowing in the sea. Come on and row, row, row your boat back to me. Come on and row, row, row your boat safely. Some people walk, some people run, some people ride for fun, and people live, people breathe, and people need feeling. Come on and row, row, row your boat back to me. Come on and row, row, row your boat safely. Some people give, some people paint, some watch the ocean and wait. Some people pray, some people cry, some give both a try. Come on and row, row your boat back to me. Come on and row, row, row your boat safely. Prayers are flowing out to you. Tears are falling in prayer for you. Song is singing prayer for you. Spirit singing, she's there for you. There for you. We are flesh, we are bone, but we are never alone. Each bird that flies, each grass that grows, everyone is known. Thank you. This next one is called Art and Skin, and this was one of the first songs I wrote when I lived in Nome. We lived on the corner of 3rd, and I could look out on the Bering Sea. I could just walk across the street and go down onto the beach. Nome is not a very forgiving place. You can't, like, just put on your sunglasses and your little ball cap and march down to the beach. I realized one day or two. So, anyway, it's windy, it's cold, it's gray. We get about 3 days of the year where I'm like, wow, it's really great to live in Nome. Usually right around July. My mom told me I might not need shorts, and I almost cried. Am I one-dimensional? Am I paper thin, or am I bold as life? Ain't I blood-borne heart, art and skin? Ain't I blood-borne heart, art and skin? Like the tides ebb and flow, I am high and I am low. I am blue and I am green. Sometimes I'm somewhere in between. Oh, am I one-dimensional? Am I paper thin, or am I bold as life? Ain't I blood-borne heart, art and skin? Ain't I blood-borne heart, art and skin? Seashore loving hands sift and shift these ocean sands. They're wild with scenes of old alive as days unfold. Oh, am I one-dimensional? Am I paper thin, or am I bold as life? Ain't I blood-borne heart, art and skin? Ain't I blood-borne heart, art and skin? Aren't we like the sea? We're deep and full of mystery. Some things known but unseen, and all the treasure a storm can bring. As we run on the tide, when I move, you have to move aside. As we run beside the sea, the water moves you, it also moves me. As we run on the tide, when I move, you have to move aside. As we run beside the sea, the water moves you, it also moves me. The water moves you, it also moves me. Are we one-dimensional? Are we paper thin? Oh no, no. We are bold as life. Yeah, we're blood-borne heart, art and skin. Yeah, we're blood-borne heart, art and skin. I started singing in Denali National Park, where I needed to be loud in the woods because I would often hike by myself. So I started just singing to myself things like the ABCs and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star just as loud as I could. And then when I got tired of that, I started making things up, and sometimes it was just not necessarily, intelligible things, just hi-ya, 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 going higher and higher up the hills. And over time, I figured out that I just love to sing. When I stay at your house, I wear your blue dress, and I wash the dishes after I make a mess, and the fish feed and the plants drink, and water runs through your empty sink, and I get a chance to just sit and think. I never meant to stay as long as I did, but no one minded, so I just did. And the floor creaks when I walk around, and the fish tank makes that bubble sound. And I might be lost, but I am found. Climbed your house on a Thursday night, music at the bar did me just right. Wake up early, got to go to school, but hey, it was so very cool to get to stay here. It was renewal. I kiss your plant's leaves, they miss you when you're gone. I play your guitar and fill your house with song. Just love to fill your house with song. I love to fill your house with song. Shake your rain stick and take a CD. You'll be home in one more week. You'll be home in less than a week. And when you come home, I'm gonna give you some treasure, 'cause staying at your place, lady, was my pleasure. I was playing my guitar at 6 in the morning when a loud noise came from below without warning. Must used a broom or a stick or a crutch to bang the ceiling. Must not have liked my song that much. Must not have liked my song that much. I was going to a costume party, had to borrow your shoes, but they were white and I needed them blue. Hey, isn't it great what a little paint can do? Oh yeah, isn't it great what a little paint can do? When you're gone, I eat what's in your cupboards. When you're gone, I wear all of your clothes. When you're gone, I sleep naked in your covers. When you're gone, well, you just never know. Well, you had some ice cream that was in your freezer. It was Haagen-Dazs coffee, I think. Well, I did not want it to go bad, and you would not be home for a whole entire week. No, you would not be home for a week. When you're gone, I eat what's in your cupboards. When you're gone, I wear all of your clothes. When you're gone, I sleep naked in your covers. When you're gone, well, you just never know. Well, I spent a lot of time in your living room, and I noticed there were some things that it lacked. So I moved around all your furniture, but before you come home, I'll put it all back. Yeah, before you come home, I'll put it back. When you're gone, I eat what's in your cupboards. When you're gone, I wear all of your clothes. When you're gone, I sleep naked in your covers. When you're gone, oh, you just never know. Oh, you just never know.
I did have one time recently where I just happened to capture a song, and I was with my family and sitting in front of our stove. It was when we were getting ready for that storm that we had in November, and my son was beating on this drum, this tom-tom drum, and my daughter had literally put this dress backwards and undone on, and we were all just crowded around the stove. Here comes the storm. I could hear the storm in the stove and, you know, ravens and stuff outside, and so I just happened to pick up my guitar and have my journal there. So that was just a magic moment where I was able to capture what was happening in our lives, and everybody was there. I mean, my family was there. I didn't have to sequester myself away to actually catch a song.
This is my storm song. I hear the storm in the stove and the beat of the drum as she puts on a new dress, backwards and undone. I hear the ruffle of feathers, a raven in the wind. It's just this raging storm, but it's yet to begin. We hope it won't be bad, but we're ready if it is. We hope it won't destroy us, but we wait on it like a guest. Some doubt the storm will rage, but our future's hard to see. We're tucked inside now, and what will be, will be. Did you board your windows up? Did you batten hatches down? Did you bring your sled dogs in so they wouldn't drown? Extra water, batteries and food, and your radio. Turn up KNOM. They say the storm is ready to blow. Oh, we hope it won't be bad, but we're ready if it is. is. We hope it won't destroy us, but we wait on it like a guest. Some doubt the storm will rage, but our future's hard to see. What's tucked inside now and what will be, will be. I was just a newborn babe in a bed of 4. Power out phone 2, it was 1974. The second floor on 1st Street with my mom, dad, and brother. Now I'm here on 3rd Street with 2 children and my lover. We hope it won't be bad, but we're ready if it is. We hope it won't destroy us, but we wait on it like a guest. Some doubt the storm will rage, but our future's hard to see. We're tucked inside now and what will be, will be. Hello, storm. Welcome to Nome. Would you like some roof? Make yourself at home. We've made some space for you. We hope you won't stay long. We see you brought your friends, waves, rocks, and logs. We made some space for you, but we hope you won't stay long. We hope it won't be bad, but we're ready if it is. We hope you won't destroy us, but we wait on you like a guest. Some doubt the storm will rage, but our future's hard to see. We're tucked inside now and what will be, will be. I hear the storm in the stove and the beat of the drum as she puts on a new dress, backwards and undone. It's called All My Stuff. I've got boxes, suitcases, and duffel bags. Rolled up carpet with a new zip code on all of the tags. I sold my car and I bought a bike. I'll ride all winter if I can dress right, 'cause I'm moving to Nome. Once upon a time it was my childhood home. I'm moving to Nome. That's a place where I was born. Got my Carhartt pants and breakup boots, Hawaii flowered flip-flop shoes, extra tufts and woolen clothes, coats and hats and bread pans for loaves, envelopes and music stands, books for teaching, I've got my plans, pillow sheets, towels, and one more hat, pole skis, goggles, and a welcome mat, card scarves, tools, and coffee cups, shorts in case it ever warms up, stamped CDs and an answering machine, my guitar, my old blue jeans, bulk walnuts, tea, and a coffee pot, spoons, knives, forks, plates, bowls, and whatnot, laundry pins and nylon string, and that's just about everything. But I'll need some seeds and a photo book of friends and family that I took. Paints, beads, cloth, needle, and thread, pencils, paintbrushes, and all these pens. Laptop paper and a printer packed tight. Lamps and lights for the darker nights. Knickknacks, alarm clock, picture for the wall. Long John sweater, socks rolled in a ball. And it will all be helpful, useful, and used, and I'll be so glad to have it when I'm gone and moved. All my stuff. But I've been thinking as I pack these things, these are the items that I should bring. But would it be so wrong indeed if I brought just one more thing? What I mean is, can I bring my pretty dress? Can I bring my pretty dress? The one with flowers that I like the best. Can I bring my pretty dress? 'Cause I'm moving to Nome. Once upon a time it was my childhood home. I'm moving to Nome. That's the place where I was born. I'm moving to Nome. It's gonna be my brand new old home with all my stuff. This is called Boy Oh Boy. Boy, oh boy, what are you about? Boy, oh, what are you about? With your hair so long and your voice so strong and your eyebrows in the dark on the bridge. Oh boy, what are you about? And do you have a girlfriend that I should know about? 'Cause I am not one to step on some girl's toes, and I am not one for chasing other girls' bows. And I don't want to want someone who doesn't want me, and I'm not one to force something if it wasn't meant to be. 'Cause standing on the bridge, I felt so high, with the water rushing below and the mountain growing behind. My head began to spin when we started walking again. And would it have done any harm if I had taken your arm? Boy, oh boy, what are you about? Boy, oh, what are you about? With your hair so long and your voice so strong and your eyebrows in the dark on the bridge. Here is a song about driving to Fairbanks I had to take the ferry. And I kept on calling my parents to say, yeah, I'm doing good, things are good. So this is called Fairbanks. And this came from a time when I could actually stop when I felt inspiration. I could actually stop, get out my notebook, and just write it. Because I was like down the street from where I was going to live, and I stopped the car, I pulled over, sat down on the side of the road, and just wrote. And I miss that. Now I'm wiping someone's nose, or, pulling something out of somebody's mouth, or running someone to the bathroom. I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, and I fare fine. I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, and I fare fine. The mountains white as I fly by, I'm singing on Haynes Highway. I see the geese fly, I see a doe run by, I see a critter cross the highway, and I keep calling home to tell them how it's going all along my way, all along my way. I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, and I fare fine. I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, and I fare fine. I cross the border, find no trouble at that line. I was here and there and then here again. I went from Canada to Alaska, got a big smile upon my face. 'Cause it's good to be in a foreign land, but hey, it's good to see this old place. Oh yeah, it's so good to see this old place. I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, and I fare fine. I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, I'm going Fairbanks, and I fare fine. And there's this young woman traveling on her own, and she's chasing her dreams. And though she paid a single fare, well, she's surrounded by angels and saints. And Daddy says take the cellular phone in case you hit trouble. And Mom says wish you would take my car, girl, it's driven way less miles. It's not the first time that you left home, and it will not be the last. But every time that they watch you leave, they gotta hold on fast. She's going Fairbanks, she's going Fairbanks, she's going Fairbanks, and she'll fare fine. She's going Fairbanks, she's going Fairbanks, she's going Fairbanks, and she'll fare fine. She's going Fairbanks, and she'll fare fine. She's going Fairbanks, and she'll fare fine. Thank you.
That was Sarah Hanson. Next up, Tony Tengs.
Here we go. Take a little pebble, and then you put it in a pot. Then you add a quart of water, and you cook it till it's hot. We're making stone soup, soup from a pebble. Soup that's done when you add a lot of drums to a pot made of metal. We're making stone soup, soup from a stone. Soup that's done when you add everyone to the beat in the bone. Maybe you got some turnips and some onions, 2 or 3. Some garlic and some spice, make some spicy harmony. We're making stone soup, soup from a pebble. Soup that's done when you add a lot of drums to a pot made of metal. We're making stone soup, soup from a stone. Soup that's done when you added everyone to the beat in the bone. And you add some rutabagas and some chicken when it's browned. Throw in some red potatoes and some pepper when it's ground. We're making stone soup, soup from a pebble. Soup that's done when you add a lot of drums to a pot made of metal. We're making stone soup, soup from a stone. Soup that's done when you added everyone to the beat in the bone. Oh yeah, it's good soup. They say this country is one big mixing pot. Let's see what can happen when we mix it up a lot. Imagine what can happen just by adding you to me. A lot of tasty flavors in this kettle that is free. We're making stone soup, soup from a pebble. Soup that's done when you add a lot of drums to a pot made of metal. We're making stone soup, soup from a stone. Soup that's done when you added everyone to the beat in the bone. We're making stone soup, soup from the kitchen. With a full belly sand and some chicken that is brown and a sack that is bitchin'. Do 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 do. That was the sax. We're making stone soup, soup from a pebble. Soup that's done when you add a lot of drums to a pot made of metal. We're making stone soup, soup from a stone. Soup that's done when you added everyone. We're making yum, yum, yum. Yo. All right. The thing about Alaska is that I love is not so much the land and people, although I love that very much. I mean, it's not so much the land, I love the people, because Alaska sort of self-selects for some people that think outside the box. There's some very creative people up here who are self-selected to move to Alaska and find all kinds of ways to live, and they bring a lot of energy. And I love the rich stew of creativity that the people who live here have. So that's the thing that Alaska's brought to me, is all these rich connections of people from everywhere. So that's influenced my musical palette. I've experienced music that I probably would not have experienced if I lived in one of the square states. I like to call them the square states down south. There's a place I know behind the main town square, a place you can go any time of year. It'll tickle your nose, perk you up too sweet, then tug at your hose and maybe wet your feet. It's called the alley, like skunk, Cabbage Alley, skunk Cabbage Alley. 'Cause when you feel funky and a little bit clunky, like a Joneson junkie, come down to skunk Cabbage Alley, skunk Cabbage Alley. Oh, this time of year the alley feels so fine, voices blow in your ear. One says, wet your line. And when the time comes for a roll in the hay, stop twiddling your thumbs and baby, make you play. Go, 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 down to the alley. Let everybody know you can shimmy and shally. Be a dynamo. Now don't dilly-dally. Come down to skunk Cabbage Alley. Yeah, yeah, Cabbage Alley. Bet you can't guess the name of this song either. Yeah, when you feel funky and a little bit clunky, tired of spanking your monkey, come down to skunk Cabbage Alley. Yeah, yeah, Cabbage Alley. Cabbage Alley. Ain't got no bunk in the alley. Ain't got no junk in the alley. You can bite a big old chunk in the alley. Come down to skunk Cabbage Alley. Thank you. You've probably been there before, I think. This is one of the songs I think I owe the inspiration to George W. Bush on this one here. Let it roll, let it roll, let that train go by. Let it roll, don't let it fool your eye. That train is pulling up to your door and wants to take you straight to war. Let it roll, let that train go by. Let it roll, don't let it draw you nigh. That train be shiny with lots of bells, but you know it's headed straight to hell. Let it roll, let that train go by. Let that train go by. Let it roll, don't let it fool your eye. that train that calls your ear and all your friends are moved by fear. Just don't you go and collect your gear. Just turn away without a tear. Let it roll, let it roll, let that train go by. Let that train go by. Let it roll, let it roll, let it fool your eye. That train be shiny with lots of bells, but you know it's headed straight to hell. One fine day, we will not fail. We're gonna pull that train, Lord, right off its rails. Right off its rails. Let it roll, let it roll, let that train go by. Let that train go by. Let it roll, let it roll. Don't let it fool your eye. Let that train go by. Carly, could have played that one slower. Thank you very much. Well, you get this idea coming in, and I mean, I have started to carry a recorder around, but I oftentimes don't have those. But say you get a little hook for a song, and you write it on the closest available piece of paper. And I work as a bartender on the ferries, so there's napkins around, or sticky notes even, and you write it down. Now, how do you describe what rhythm may be? Sometimes I use underlines to indicate heavy points of the rhythm of this sentence and how it may flow, or connect syllables to indicate how a preposition may tumble along. And then, hieroglyphics to indicate where the melody's going to go up and down. And then that, to me, I understand that. It gives me enough information to go, oh yeah, that's the way that. And that's on the napkin. And other people look at it and go, what the heck is this? But it's my own little notation. It's for the money shot. Just vaccinated myself for the rest of the evening. Everyone has curly hair. You know where. You know where. You don't have to stop and stare. You know it's there. You know it's there. It's growing in the shade of our connecting places, where our legs meet trunk, where arms meet hunk of shoulder. Though it serves a purpose, those it is, I know this one, when we're older. Everyone has not straight hair. I got my share. It's down there. You don't have to put on airs. You got yours. They got theirs. 3 patches curling merrily in wild profusion, 2 balanced in our armpits where they grow. The 3rd is hidden elsewhere, a somewhat shady illusion in the center, down below. Everyone has curly hair. You know where. You know where. It's nature's way of playing fair. We all get curly hair. Even bald men are blessed with a little hairy jungle in nether regions when there is none up above. It serves a purpose because nature never bungles their springs for love, their springs for love. Everyone has curly hair, you know where, you know where. You don't have to stop and stare, you know it's there, you know it's there. Everyone has curly hair, you know where, you know where. You don't have to stop and stare, you know it's there. It's curly hair. Oh, warts and all. I'm giving you the warts and all. The warts and all concert. This one's called One Thing I Know. Obviously, I didn't know that last song that well. It's possible you can know something too well, I think. One thing I know, and I know it well. Peace doesn't come from a wishing well. It doesn't come from a prayer or a lighted candle. To open a door, we've got to turn the handle. We gotta lift a finger to make a change come around. We gotta raise our voice, we've gotta make a sound. One thing I know, and I know it will. Peace doesn't come from a wishing will. Doesn't come from faith beneath a church's steeple. It comes from connecting with 1,000 people. We gotta raise our voice, raise it loud and strong. Give the world another choice to sing a brand new song. You got a little Statue of Liberty in your pocket. You can make it shine throughout the night. When it comes to freedom, you got to rock it. You gotta hold it to the light. Peace is a good idea. It's the best one yet, but you're never gonna find it in your TV set. Never mind those wishes upon a star. Dreams without action won't get us far. One thing I know, and I know it well. Peace doesn't come from a wishing will. One thing I know, and I know it well. Peace doesn't come from a wishing will. Not out of tune yet, too much. These are new strings. This song is, my mom and I were sliding down a hill, hanging on to one another, and we did not fall down, because we held on to one another, and that inspired this song. We've got to hold on together, gotta hold on. We can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. No matter what the weather, if we're hanging on together, we can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. If we're sliding down a slippery slope and got a prayer and got a rope and we need a line, and the answer's nope, well, hang on to the other folks. We'll never fall down. We've got to hold on together, gotta hold on. We can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. No matter what the weather, if we're hanging on together, we can make it through whatever, but we want to hold on. If we're sliding down a slippery slope, ain't got a prayer, ain't got no hope, and we need a line, the answer's nope, well, hang on to the other folks. We'll never fall down. We've got to hold on together, gotta hold on. We can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. No matter what the weather, if we're hanging on together, we can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. Well, we're sliding into a hell-bent land where the odds ain't good, the ends ain't grand, and our brothers broke, our sisters can. Well, what we do is give them a hand, and we'll never fall down. We've got to hold on together, gotta hold on. We can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. No matter what the weather, if we're hanging on together, we can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. We've got to hold on together, gotta hold on. We can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. No matter what the weather, if we're hanging on together, we can make it through whatever, but we gotta hold on. A lot of the songs that I play have already included the audience because they were written to perform for them. It's not just something that where I was navel gazing and created something that they're going to witness. There's a communication. And, you know, I've always liked to give them something carbonated and, you know, spirit lifter stuff sometimes. So there's an intention there that coming from the creation through the communication. And I know how important it is to connect with the audience. So you just project that intention and include them, invite them in. Yes, you invite them in is better than trying to project yourself out there. So that's what I try to do. We'll go out with an old standard. How excellent, civilized are we? No longer just from sea to shining sea. Our kingdom spans the world continually. How excellent and civilized are we? How fabulous and modernized are we? We know this 'cause we heard it on TV. Our bombs are smarter than the others be. How fabulous and modernized are we? How magnificently mobilized are we? Our kingdom shines for all the world to see. Our armies gleam with great technology. How magnificently mobilized are we? Uncle Sam is our big brother to the world. He is a mother, but you know, before this ends, we'll be crying at Uncle once again. How excellent and civilized are we? No longer just from sea to shining sea. Our kingdom spans the world continually. How excellent and civilized are we? How positively supersized are we? Filled with food, grown scientifically. We're gonna make this world like us, make free. How positively supersized are we? How absolutely sanitized are we? We know that you can't only but agree. Our news is broadcast almost spotlessly. How absolutely sanitized are we? Uncle Sam is our big brother to the world. He is a mother. But you know, before this ends, they'll be crying uncle once again. How excellent and civilized are we? No longer just from sea to shining sea. Our kingdom spans the world continually. How excellent and civilized are we? How excellent and civilized are we? Thank you. Thank you very much.